Trump wins, big letters on a big screen, but how big was the victory? Well, there's different ways of looking at this. The most important, of course, is this map of the state and the Electoral College votes. 2020, this is what it looks like. There's a lot of blue there. Donald Trump turns that red. And that's really, really important because, look, it's all about these battleground states here. We talked about this so much during the election. And actually, if a few thousand people change their mind in those battleground states, it can change the course of an election. We've worked out how many people, if they changed their mind, would have ended up with Kamala Harris being president. It's just 123,750 different votes would have had Kamala Harris as president-elect. Now, that may seem like a razor-thin margin, especially when you think the expected electorate was around 160 million votes. But actually, this is pretty good going. We've compared it to previous presidents, and Donald Trump's margin is a lot better than Joe Biden's in 2020. It's not as good as Barack Obama's, who did very, very well here, but it's bigger than Bush's in 2004. And, of course, in 2000, where just 269 people, if they had changed their vote in the right places, it would have had a different outcome. Another way of looking at this is counties. Now, this is all the counties across the US. You can see how many there are. And any of these in red have been flipped from Democrat to Republican. It might not look like a lot, but actually that's a really good showing. It's very hard to flip a county. And in fact, in 2/3 of these counties, Donald Trump had the best performance for a Republican since 2000, the year 2000. That is, again, a very impressive showing. And it really counts as well, because if you do it in an important place with a big population center, like Donald Trump did here, we go over to Detroit and the county of Wayne County around it. Kamala Harris has won this, but actually Donald Trump's performance here, with more than 1/3 of the vote, is the best for a Republican since 1988. And that adds up to a lot of votes. Those votes add up to the state tally. And all of that is even more impressive when we talk about favourability and how much favourability Trump had. Now, this shows you going back to 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024, the net favourability. You can see the Democrats, candidates, the presidents were just about favourable. Donald Trump, very unfavoured in 2016, minus 22%. He's improved that slightly, but he's still minus 7%. But still, what he's done with voters in terms of his voting coalition is really interesting here. This is a change in vote share amongst various different groups. And look, 18 to 24-year-olds, they used to be firmly on the Democrat side. They have gone much closer to the middle. They're still Democrats in blue, but look at that shift. Look at that shift in Hispanic votes, a small shift in black votes, income under 50,000. That used to be Democrat voters. Donald Trump has taken them over to the Republican side. He's done the same with suburban voters, and he had a lead in people without a college degree, but he's extended that lead. So that all bodes really well for the Republicans in 2028 if they can maintain that. And if it's not too soon to be talking about 2028, there's two interesting places I want to take you just before it. Because going into this election, there were 9 counties since the year 2000 which had predicted the correct winner every single time. Now we are down to just 2. So these are bellwethers which are not sort of predicting it, but if you want to look at where has been getting it right every time, Essex County, you know, we're going back here, but actually it goes back to the 90s, but you can see every time it's picked the right winner over there. And if we go into Republican territory, we'll head over to Montana, and we'll look at another county, Blaine County here, that's had a similar thing, always picking the right winner. So when it comes to 2028, keep an eye on Essex County and Blaine County. They may hold the clues as to who the next winner will be.